Hi everyone, this is Alex Theodorou, and you're listening to the Startup Sit Down. Screwing up is never fun, especially if you're starting a business. Just when you think you're making progress, your idea is starting to make sense, you feel more confident in yourself, and your response to, "So why are you starting this business?" to only have what could be compared to a metaphorical gut punch to bring you back into reality. This process that goes into starting a business. I didn't know when this started or when looking at other companies and leaders I admired, the spotlight is on the successes. Oh, but the failures, the setbacks, they're there. They're looming in the shadows, just waiting to appear, just when you feel like you're making your stride with some progress. Though there's something humbling about these setbacks. In fact, there's a large area of research dedicated to recognizing the role of overcoming adversity as an indicator of success, with people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos sharing their walks through this dark part of entrepreneurship. In fact, many of the top investors, accelerators, and mentorship programs try to find ways to use this essence of determining resilience within people as a way to identify potentially winning companies and their team's composition. For me, these challenges came in many forms and places. Being distracted by big, shiny new ideas, the grandiose thoughts of making it big, combined with feelings of perpetual self doubt in some ways. Together, these inevitably shaped my outlook, but more importantly, what didn't work. There is a common and somewhat sensationalized expression of failing fast to describe that while making mistakes are inevitable, the time to recover from them can be controlled. To me, mistakes are not only inevitable, they're actually an integral part of the process. I learned this from countless times that I shared my idea for the company or what was soon to be the company at that time, and felt a sense of pride in knowing that I haven't made a single error in the process. With my head held high, I got up, I bravely asked for introductions to investors, met with some angels, had my neat, detailed slides ready on cue, and felt good in my new suit. I stood there thinking, this is it. The golden moment where my business takes off like a rocket. It was then that I knew that this was too good to be true. And then came the questions, a relentless volley of questions and criticisms which peeled back the layer by layer aspects of your company and flaws of the presentation, challenging each and every aspect of what I said, what I did, and why it mattered. I tried my best to respond and act naturally, and with your guard up, you try to avoid being defensive. After all, this is your brainchild, right? The idea that you poured yourself into. This hurt. You leave the room, you're feeling a bit defeated, but this was the setback that I needed, one that pushed me from the comfort zone to something new, something uncomfortable. Learning what I did and what was very apparent from that meeting, what I didn't do, was the push in perspective that I needed. For me, this was one of those moments that not only helped me better assess myself, what I was sharing, and more importantly, why it mattered. It's something we rarely ask ourselves in the work we do or the impact that it has around us. No matter what your job, take some time to reflect on any setback you encounter and embrace them. They may just be exactly what you need right now.